What's up and welcome back to another episode of Next Door Conversations with me, Amara. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the employability crisis, guys. Gen Zs are increasingly being unemployed. Why is that? Why are we not being snatched up by these recruiters or whoever? What is really going on and how can we remedy it? Yes, we're going to be talking about that on today's episode, as well as the NYSC boycott that is happening. In case you don't know, yes, a lot of young Nigerians are boycotting NYSC. They are saying they are not going to travel to some foreign land to go and get kidnapped in the name of serving your country, when after all that stress, you can't even get a stinking job. Yes, we're going to be talking about that on today's episode. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Amara, and this is Next Door Conversations, my podcast where I talk about trending news, viral content, what's happening on social media and in the world at large. If you like what you're listening to, make sure that you're following the podcast, ring the notification bell so every time I drop an episode you get a notification. And also don't forget to share this podcast with your friends. I'm sure there's someone in your circle of friends that's interested in topics as these. And without also let me not forget, please give me 5 stars. This is a 5-star podcast. Raise the podcast is a 5-star podcast. Give me 5 stars. And without too much yapping, let's get straight into today's episode. So let's start off with a very shocking statistic. Nigeria produces 600,000 graduates yearly, but the vast majority of them remain unemployed. I would know because I am currently an unemployed graduate. Okay, I'm not unemployed because I haven't been able to get a job. I'm unemployed by choice, as you guys know, working around this disease condition that I have, trying to ensure that I'm sort of stable so I can re-enter the job market or hopefully apply for the stinking NYSC program. Yes, I think it's stinking because there's no one that I know that has gone through NYSC that is happy with their decision. A lot of them are stressed. They just hate the fact that they have to uproot themselves to another part of the country. You know, those that were not able to work it at least, they have to uproot themselves into another part, have to be accommodated, figure out language, like so many issues. It's going to give Zaria 2.0. If you don't know, I went to Zaria for my housemanship, and so it's looking like I'll have to go to another state if I'm not able to work it out, which I'm hoping to God Almighty that we're supposed to come to some resolution, given my health condition, guys, that I would be able to stay a bit closer to home. But yeah, some people are not able to work it out. They're unfortunately thrown to different places and they suffer. They literally suffer for a whole year. They're paid peanuts, and apparently they're supposed to use that peanuts to survive, to pay for feeding, transportation, rent, so many things. It's really crazy out here what people are expecting people to do with 77,000 naira. And unfortunately, some of these organizations that are having coppers with them, very predatory. They will be paying you nonsense. They'll be paying you nonsense, telling you that, and you're not receiving alawi from the government. And I'm like, bro, the alawi is not going anywhere. Okay, I need the extra help. I need the extra support. But unfortunately, the vast majority of people working during that copper years are not nearly paid as enough as they should. And unfortunately, when they come out of the NYSC program, they aren't even getting employed. Now, research has shown that about 87% of Nigerian workers are currently self-employed or working in informal jobs, with many starting small businesses, becoming freelancers, and working in unstable low-income jobs. That unstable low-income jobs is the one that I really want to emphasize, because while a lot of people are not formally employed, I can tell you for a fact that almost every Nigerian has some sort of small business that they are doing, or is doing some sort of small skill that they're doing, whether it's UI, UX, or graphics design, or data analysis, or something of some sort. They are doing something. And unfortunately, those types of freelance gigs, they are rare. They're really rare. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a lot of freelancers in my circle, in my connections on LinkedIn, and I can tell you guys, the way they are chasing jobs is insane. Like there's this one particular lady that I'm telling you, the minute I open my LinkedIn homepage, I'm just seeing so and so commented, I'm available. Hi, my name is I'm available. See my portfolio, and it's just post after post. Thank God I'm connected with her, because at least she's showing me different opportunities, even though they're not really in my area of expertise. But yeah, just an example of what the everyday Nigerian is actually experiencing. They're hustling day to day just to get their daily bread. So many people are enduring these low income jobs that ask way too much of their staff because there is nothing better to do. You know, you are enjoying a job that's paying you 100k, 150k in this Tinubu economy, guy. Something that you know is only going to probably deal with your transport. So you now have to find another job that will cover your rent and another job that may cover your feeding. God help you if you have children. No one should really even ask why Gen Zs are not having children, because if you look at the economy, it's the answer. The answer is right there. The truth of the matter is Gen Zs are amongst one of the most hardworking, if not the most hardworking generation of Nigerians that we have ever witnessed, guys. And I know some people will say that's not true. The millennials are blah, blah, blah. But you guys were not faced with the same problems that we are faced with. A lot of us are juggling multiple jobs. We're doing literally 2-3 jobs to earn the same salary that you probably earned with one job a few years ago. And that's one salary that you were earning was able to cover your rent, your feeding, your fuel self. God help you were able to save and you were able to get a car with your salary. So you can imagine, the employability crisis has nothing to do with the people that are trying to gain employment and everything to do with the current economy and how things are structured. I believe the NYSC is not even serving its purpose, if I'm being honest. Tribalism is at an all-time high, and it's even being fueled by our political leaders and the political elites. They are the ones paying influencers on social media to spout tribalist rhetoric and, cause more divisiveness. So why are we deceiving ourselves that NYSC is doing anything? Why are we really deceiving ourselves? People are dying. People are getting kidnapped and having to pay millions. Families are having to pay millions of naira to kidnappers in the name of this whole NYSC thing. Families are worried about their children living in states where there's serious insecurity. And young Nigerians are aware of this. That is why they are boycotting NYSC. That is why a majority of people, I know personally a lot of people that are choosing not to do NYSC because they just don't see the value in it. What is the value in giving this 1 year to this country when I can just put in the work to ensure my employability for remote roles? What is the point exactly in suffering myself and wasting 1 whole year of my life? Okay, which will be counted as a year of work experience, in which I probably won't even be doing work in my own field, when I can just spend that time learning a skill, learning some sort of craft, starting my own business and doing something that will actually put, money in my pockets. You get? The anger is not misplaced, and we are definitely clocking this government tea about NYSC. We know that is bullshit. We know. Now, if you ask me on whether I think the boycott will actually amount to something, I honestly do not know, because a lot of things are happening in Nigeria at this moment. The insecurity happening, everyone's focused on the election that's happening next year. So many issues are on ground, guys. I heard that they accidentally bombed a village. The doctors are even going on strike. So many people have not been paid. There are so many problems that we are going through that I honestly doubt that Tinubu will give a crap about whether young Nigerians are boycotting NYSC. So I don't know how successful this boycott is going to be, but I am hopeful. I'm hopeful that if possible, with the next presidency, fingers crossed, with the next presidency, we will see reforms in terms of what this whole NYSC thing is doing. And hopefully, they will stop deploying people to states that we know for a fact they're not safe, especially people that, obviously, like, I'm an Igbo Christian. Why are you sending me to a place that's, is known for a fact that they are killing Christians, okay? Why are you sending me to Southern Kaduna? No offense to Southern Kaduna. Or to Jos. Jos that was Jos, or Benue. Or even up north. Why? So, I beg. That's all I have to say on this topic, guys. You let me know your thoughts as always on social media. At Amara Next Door, #NextDoorPod, @NextDoorPod_. What do you think about Gen Z's boycotting NYSC? Do you think it's actually going to amount to something? Or do you think this is a total waste of time? Do you think that the Gen Z employability crisis is something of our making? Or it's really just a reflection of the state of the economy and how bad things have actually gotten? You let me know your thoughts as always, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye.